Here goes something I just don't understand. But I'm glad this lady finally see it to where it's not a good thing to be a single mom. It is not easy raising a child. I always like to tell people, think about it when you were growing up. Just now that you're an adult, just think about all the crap you put your parents through. All the stuff you wanted, all the stuff your parents had to do to make sure they provided for you, and all of that nonsense that you did as a kid. You really think that it's okay to raise a child by yourself? No. There is no such thing as raising a child by yourself. That is a job in itself. That's why I thank God for the wife that I have. She did not have any kids before we got married. She wanted to marry before she carried, and she said she was not going to be a single mom. If she was going to have a baby, she was going to be a wife first. And that's how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to have someone there to help you raise a child. Because raising a child is not easy. It's not a one-person job. Hell, that's a struggle with two people. So it's definitely not a one-person job. Raising a child, you know what, let's go ahead and get into her video because she spoke some facts and oh man, let's go ahead and get into it.
Being a single mom is not the flex that you think it is. Yeah, we're strong. Yeah, we hold it down, and yeah, we do what we gotta do because we fucking have to. Because you know what? If we don't do what we gotta do, we get our kids taken away. When I start seeing people like in my single mom era or something that has to do with being a single mom and it being like a flex, it's not the flex you think it is. This shit is so fucking ghetto. This shit is real pain to the chest, not just because of you and your situation, but because of your kids.
I have said that too. That stuff is ghetto. My baby mama, my baby daddy. Don't you want to say your husband, your wife, your family, all of that good stuff? Don't you want to say that? And I know some of y'all women finna get ready to change the topic. Well, it ain't a flex to be with a man who don't care about you, because I saw some of the comments in this video. That's not even the conversation at hand. We're talking about being a single mom. Quit trying to change the conversation so you can feel better, so you can be right. Anyway, she's right. All that stuff is ghetto. Why would you want to be part of a negative statistic? And we already know a child has a better chance at life with both parents. That has been proven so many times. Nobody said the child is going to be perfect with both parents, but have a better chance at life with a mother and a father, with a feminine and a masculine person. That's just what it is. Anyway, let's go ahead and continue.
Because you know that this is going to affect your kids. I'm a single mom. And it wasn't until I was a single mom that I learned on many lessons that I should have learned a long time ago.
That's usually how it goes as well too. Once you get into something, then you realize it probably was not a good idea. It happens that way a lot. I know I've done some things like that too. I know I'm finna change topics right here, but hear me out. Like a good friend of mine who's no longer with us, he wanted to join the military so bad. Once he joined it, he said, oh man, I regret this decision. And that's usually how it goes sometimes. I'm not excusing it, but at least she understands. At least she's taking accountability for her choices, I guess you could say. But let's go ahead and continue.
It becoming a normal thing, it's so fucking sad. It just makes me so sad for the kids. It makes me so sad for everyone involved. Like, people think this is the flex. Oh, you're a boss, babe. Or you're this, you're that. Babe, I don't want to be this. I have no choice but to do this because I decided to not pay attention to what the fuck I was doing. Because a feel-good moment was going to be a life-changing event.
Say that one more time. How many times have we done things in the moment that we later were like, ooh, I should have thought this through. Maybe this wasn't a good idea. Like, I've seen a woman get a BBL not knowing that you have to constantly take care of that BBL every so often, like every 2 or 3 years or whatever, you have to go and get some things done to make sure that it's, on point. Yeah, you regret that decision because it ain't what you think it is. I know I'm off topic, so please forgive me for that. But honing it back into this, yeah, it's not what y'all think it is. Like I said, think about when you was a kid. And don't sit here and talk about you was a great, wonderful child, because no, you wouldn't. No kid was. But think about when you was a kid. Think about it. You know damn well when you was a child, you did some crazy stuff. You put your parents through hell. And your parents still had to wake up every morning, go to work, take care of you, do this and do that for you, blah, blah, blah. So what makes you think the same thing ain't going to happen to you? And that old saying go, like the most folks say, what you do to your parents, your kids going to do to you times 3. Let's continue.
For me. And although I love my daughter, and if it wasn't for her, I would have learned so many things that I should have learned. It shouldn't have taken me to this point for me to learn what I needed to learn. It shouldn't have.
I said the same thing. If I didn't have my kids, my daughter, or even my son who's no longer with us, but if I didn't have my child, I wouldn't be here right now. Just wouldn't.
Either way, I would have met her and with any person because that soul was meant for me, no matter what. This shit is not what you think it is. And yeah, we're built for this shit, but we have no choice.
Yep. That is facts. At least she understands she should have made better decisions. So I give her that. She understands her choices was not the best choice. So I will give her 100% credit for that. Because it will affect your kids later on in life. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't understand. Your choices don't just affect you. It affects others as well. I try to teach my daughter that. A lot of things that you do don't just affect you. It can affect your mom, your dad, your friends, your grandma, whoever. You know what I'm saying? If you go and, I don't know, talk crap about somebody, they get pissed off, guess what? They could come and vandalize my house. I didn't do nothing. Why they vandalize my house? Because of you. Your choices does affect others. You see what I'm saying? I know it was a dumb example, but I'm trying to make my point here. But I give her all the credit in the world. And at least, she's now understanding that I should have done things differently. So I give her that, and it does take a lot of time for people to go through things to realize, yeah, I think I messed up. But with that being said, this is your boy, Man Up. I'm Chunking a Deuce. I'll holler at y'all.